Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Kyle, I have a scale. Welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush. Welcome to the Summer of Acid. We are going to be getting, thank you Kyle, I'll take that scale as well. Appreciate you there, pal. Well done. And now I'm gonna hand this back to you. I don't need it, thank you. I have one right here. So yeah, sorry buddy, I have a scale. Anyway, this is the top of the show, so I'm going to skim right past this. Anyway, we're gonna be making a cocktail tonight that is called, the lemon drop, but we are not going to be doing any lemon in it. What are we going to be doing instead? Citric acid. After all, this is the Summer of Acid. So we are going to do our very best to find interesting ways to make all of these cocktails with either acid adjustments, acid replacements, acid additions, acid reflux. There'll probably be a little acid reflux after all this. There is going to be acid in everything that we do for the rest of the summer until we get to Tiki Oasis, Arizona, Tiki Oasis, San Diego, where I will be doing a seminar called Tiki on Acid. So we are on a train. We're getting through. Choo choo. The acid train coming through. That's the acid train sound. What else do we have?
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Not a very nice thing for a train to say to me. But anyway, Kyle just yelling acid, acid, acid. Good to see you there, Tim. We had a Chinese restaurant, Tiki Bar in New Haven growing up. There we had, they had nasty scorpion bowls. Ooh, I don't know if nasty is a good thing, or maybe in Connecticut it means good. I don't know. Okay, first of all, we have to start. There's no way to do this without starting. Kyle, it's out of batteries. I do need that thing back. What the heck? Or else some batteries. Oh, hold on, Kyle, hold on. I think I have enough juice in here. Kyle, just bring it back in. Kyle, just bring back in that thing, because this one's not going to work. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. What are we doing tonight besides all that? That's it. Let's begin. We're going to start here. Kyle's going to bring back in that scale, and we'll go from here. We're starting over here with a bowl. We're going to hit that tear button. Thanks, Kyle. Kyle, very upset with me currently. Thank you, Kyle. Might want to answer that. There we go. Okay, we have a bowl. We're gonna go ahead and hit the tear, because tear, meaning we're gonna zero this out because we don't want the bowl weight coming in here, because what I have right here in my hot little hands is 94 grams of water. This is just regular old water. 94 grams. We are going from a book that I love. I recommend this book to everybody starting out in bartending. Whether or not you will ever use anything in this book is completely up to you. But I do think it's important to understand how a lot of things in bartending work. It's called Liquid Intelligence. It's by an absolute bar genius named Dave Arnold. It's a great reference book. And in here, he talks about acid solutions. And the way that he makes his acid solutions is somewhere between 4% and 6% of the acid to the water. So we're starting off over here with 94 grams of water. Dave Arnold, not a guy that will eye anything. He doesn't do anything by volumes. He does everything by weight. So we're gonna have to fix this little scale here soon. So 94 grams of this, which means that in order to get 6% of this thing to be acid, we have to add 6 grams of acid. Now I just happen to have a big fat thing of acid. This is one of the more popular acids that go into drinks. It's called citric acid. You can also call it, I think people call it sprouting acid, whatever it is. It's made from lemons. somehow. I don't know that yet. We have a whole summer to, we have a whole summer to learn how that works. But in the meanwhile, we're going to, okay. Thank goodness Kyle brought this one in because that one is DED dead. Kyle, remind me I need batteries for this. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and turn this on. We're gonna tear it, and we need 6 grams of citric acid. We're on grams? Yes, we're on grams. So let's go ahead and just gram it up there. For any of you that are taking account, that's 3. That's 3 grams. Let's bring in weight cam. Here, right here. Oh, right here. That's 3 grams. This is 4 grams. That's 5 grams. 6 grams. Right there. Oh, says, thank you, Kyle. I appreciate you. Kyle doing all the right stuff. Kyle, you're the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we're gonna add this directly to our water solution. There we go. And we'll get as much of that in as we can. Now, what we should have here is an acid solution that is very similar to lemon juice. Again, never done this before. So we are going to all be learning together. Let's put a little topper on this and give it a shake. How about? There we go. Give that a big shake so that we get all of that acid put into the water. Shake a shaker. Shake a shaker, shake a shaker, shake a 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 shake. There we go. I feel good about that. We're gonna let that sit for a second, and then we build. Now again, if you're following along at home and making all this stuff with me, don't do that yet, because we're trying stuff, trying things. I'm a little jet lagged, as it turns out. Starting in here with completely empty tins, let's build one of the 1990s, 80s, 90s, and the 2000s most favorite cocktails of all time. That's not a way to say anything. Most favorite. One of the favorite cocktails from that era. We're going to start over here by putting in cheapest ingredients first. I guess that means citric acid would be the cheapest ingredient. Oh yeah, we got sugar. We have some simple syrup. This is simple syrup right here. There we go. Get my wares out of the way. We got simple syrup right here. This is just sugar and water. The same way that we just made the citric acid solution, we have made sugar. So, yes, Kyle, you have a 50% raise coming. Well done. I know how to do that math very easily in my head. Just give Kyle half more what he's already making. We're gonna put in half of an ounce. Let me get Kyle's raise. I get our contract negotiations off of the screen. We're gonna go ahead and take some simple syrup. We're gonna be putting in half of an ounce of some simple syrup. Easy. Easy peasy. No lemon squeezy. No squeezing lemons today. All right, let's get into the rest of this. This is a daisy cocktail. We talked about daisy cocktails a little bit on the pre-show. That's the pre-show that starts before the show. You are currently watching the show. The pre-show, even though I haven't done it recently, the pre-show will get taken down eventually. So sometimes when I'm referring to something that happens on the pre-show, it's all up in the air. You know, what are we even saying? We need some triple sec. Triple sec is triple dried. It is orange liqueur. We're gonna put in half of an ounce of some triple sec right here, right there. Excellent. All clear stuff. Everything going in here. Very, very clear. Okay. Now I do want to taste the acid solution before I put it into my drink, because I want to see how close we are. Now, it doesn't smell like anything, so we're not going to get a lot of acid smell. So we're not going to get that lemon smell. It's kind of a problem, in my opinion. I'm a little also afraid of just taking straight acid to my face. but plenty of people have done it, I guess. We're gonna go ahead and pull a cool bartender trick. We're gonna put a little drop of it right here. I don't know why bartenders love this part of their hand, but I do. Let's see how we did it. That's acid. There is no way to tell me that that is not just a big tub of acid. Thank you, acid. You're my only friend. Okay, let's go ahead and throw this in here. Now, we're doing a classic daisy build on this cocktail, which is usually gonna be between 1.5, 2 ounces of liquor, 3/4 ounce of some lime, and then 2 different sweeteners in there that equal about 1 ounce of sweetener. One of the sweeteners is going to be a liqueur that is normally orange liqueur, can change if you want to. So since this is going to be our only citrus that we're putting in here, citric acid solution, we're going to go ahead and put in 3/4 of an ounce of this very clear substance. What have I done? I'm not going to lie to you guys. I try not to ever lie to you. Sometimes I do. I'm a little out of it today. I'm feeling a little higgledy-piggledy currently. So this may not go down as a great kickoff to the summer of acid, but we're working on it. Next thing we're gonna be putting in here is our old clear friend vodka. This is our friend vodka. This is gonna be, we're gonna be putting in 2 ounces of vodka. I feel like more vodka is going to hide whatever the citric acid is not doing that lemon juice might. So we'll go ahead and put in 2 full ounces of some vodka here. Excellent. Right there. 1.5 to 2 ounces. That's about the range we're looking for when it comes to doing the acid stuff. Now, Kyle, I have one more request. Can you definitely remind me to label this? This is just citric acid. I can make a lot of mistakes by, middle of the night, thirsty, stumble to the bar somehow, cross the street and through the woods, and get in right here, and I drink this, and then I have a really rough night. Please remind me to label this. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget all about it. That's it. This right here is what we got. Now, it doesn't look too dangerous. Right? This is not a rattlesnake with its big rattle and or the other snakes with this thing. This is a garden snake. It doesn't look too crazy. Will this garden snake end up being poisonous? We'll find out. So let's get our ice. Crack that open, drop that in. Give the bar a little pat down, and here we go. Shake, shake, shake. What we're looking for in these next few moments is how close to an actual version of a lemon drop will we get by not using any lemon juice at all, using only citric acid. Is there a way? There will be differences, all right? There will certainly be differences. Number one, and a major part of cocktails, is the smell. We're not going to be smelling any lemon. Normally, you open up a little bottle of lemon, give it a little squeeze, smell it, smells like lemon. Not today, not today. Citric acid solution has no lemon smell, so we'll be missing that. We're also not going to be getting any color. So a lemon drop, it's called a lemon drop because there's lemon in it, but also because it has that lemon color. None of that today. Let's see how this looks. This is going to pour right out, looking very much like a shaken martini. There we go. Now, what do we normally say to shaken martinis? No, thank you. No, thank you, we say. Just gonna wipe up the bar while I have a chance. Shaken martinis usually mean that we're adding extra water to our martini, so we're bruising the alcohol, we're bruising the vermouth, we're gonna lose something in the potency. Nothing wrong, I suppose, with losing a little potency. That's my theory on why James Bond drank his martini shaken, not stirred, because he had a horrible alcohol problem. Or maybe because he was trying to stay sober while he was out there, so he had a big martini. People think he was getting drunk. Anyway, I had a guy that commented on one of my videos about James Bond and why he drinks his shaken, not stirred. And he said that people have gone through. This is a very interesting comment. I really I got to write back this. I got to write this guy back. He said that James Bond. They said that he was going through about 4 or 5 750 milliliter bottles of gin every week, which is a lot of gin to go through. That's a lot of gin, especially when you're adding it to, he's making a Vesper martini, so he's probably adding it to some Lillet. Maybe he's splitting it between vodka and gin, whatever. But he said that the reason that he likes it shaken, not stirred, is because he actually had the DTs. He has delirium tremens where he would, where he would shake while he was making it at home. And he grew accustomed to the shaken thing. I think that's dark. I don't particularly like to think of James Bond 007 with a gun pointing at you with the crazy shakes. That's a recipe for a disaster. I don't like any of that. So I don't know if that's true or not. I like the story. What I'm talking you through so that we can see that this is all sort of unglazed over, and we can see that this is a perfectly clear cocktail. This is not clarified. This is just clear. There is a difference. Can you fake it and say it is clarified? Yes. Done. All right. The other thing that we could do for this cocktail to signify that it is definitely a lemon cocktail is to take a lemon peel, which I do not have, and spray it over the top. That way we do get those lemon oils. That's not the point of today. We are jumping into the acid, the summer of acid, full force, and just trying this out. Let's see how we did. Give it a smell. It smells like vodka. It smells like straight, unadulterated, slightly adulterated. A little orange in there too. Let's see how we did though. Dang. I'm going to get killed on a battle box for this. The acid solution. Oh, thank you. Oh, Kyle ran out and did this to a lemon somehow. I don't know exactly how Kyle did this to a lemon. He did do this to a lemon. I guess we did have a lemon. So we're just going to give it a little squeeze right here on top so we can at least smell the lemon. There we go. Let's see if that worked at all. Oh yeah. Now it smells like lemon. Let's taste it again. Holy crap. That is right on. That is right on. That is an alarmingly close version of a lemon drop. Whew. Uh-oh. All right. So, yeah, I'm not positive. I'm really not positive that I could tell the difference. Now, my thought was tomorrow on the show, we're back here tomorrow. My thought was tomorrow that we do a pseudo juice, a lemon juice, and a citric acid battle box. But now I'm a little afraid that I will definitely mess that up. This is really good. I love a clear drink. There's just something about the clarity. It makes me very happy. This is good news for the summer of acid. This is very good news for the summer of acid. Yes, and as Bon Bon says, and it saves a ton of money. That is very true. I bought 2 pounds of citric acid for $9.99. And it is really something good. Cocktail you shared is even better as solution happens. Oh, there you go. Shawnee P's making cocktails out there. If you don't watch him, pop on over to Sean P. Oh, gosh darn it. Sean, put your thing in there. I just find you as Sean P. I love that my audience is out there just making drinks, creating drinks, drinking drinks. I love drinking drinks. This is delicious. We're going to put it in a battle box here soon to see whether or not I can tell the difference between this and an actual lemon. Sean P 89. Popping over. Check out Sean P 89. There we go. That was Bon knew that, ready to go. I think there's a dot in there somewhere. Just find Sean P 89. This is excellent. Excellent. It is eco-friendly. It is lemony. It is bright. I really feel like we are on a good path right now to start. Yeah, Sean.P89. Thank you. I really feel like we're on a good path for the summer of acid. We are going to be getting into different types of acid, but before we do that, I wanted to make sure that we had mastered this one. Citric acid is going to be the simplest of the acids that we're using. Soon, we're going to be creating other people's house acid blends. There's a couple of them for champagne acid. Should I put out, maybe, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on, I'm gonna find out where to buy all this acid. I'm gonna put it down in the comments, or what is it called? The description. So we can all have acid. That way we can all put our little lab coats on. We can all wear our little goggles and our stethoscopes. Why do we have a stethoscope on? I don't know. Check the acid's pulse. And then we can start making all these acid solutions, because I do think that this is a next level, especially for home bartenders, where spoilage can shut down your bar. Not because you don't have to sell your house or anything, but you will have to, eventually it just becomes expensive. This is not a cheap little thing we're doing here. Spoilage becomes a problem. Acid solutions will become our friend, and that is that. I said it in the pre-show, I'll just say it again. I am, along with myself, with the crew of Golden Voice, the crew of Levy Beverages, and just a nice gentleman named Nick from Savage Seas. We are going to be having a bar that is opening up at the top of the Fonda Theater here very soon. You can get your tickets, I think, at fondatheater.com, and that's good news. Anyway, lime acid solution coming. Yes, lime acid solution. So since citric acid is all lemon, lime acid solution is going to have more malic acid in it and a little bit of tartaric. We're going to get a bunch of different acid solutions, some acid recipes from there. And since it is not super expensive to try and make, this is 100 grams of some acid. I don't feel like this will be a crazy expensive experiment in order to create our very own house blend of acid that we can then start throwing into all kinds of different things. We're going to get into acid adjusting. So I have 3 beautiful Jizzle baby passion fruits growing right now. Passion fruit has some acidity to it, not enough to make a drink acidic to balance out the sugar and the booze. So how do we get that going? Well, we can create our very own house blend of acid and add that to it so that we can figure all of that out. I want to thank everybody. Let me meet you over at this camera. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for giving me this week. I had some business to take care of on the East Coast. Thank you for still coming back here on Friday. We will be back here tomorrow, still called the Jane Bar. It is not called the Jane Bar, Bon. That is a completely separate bar that is inside of the Fonda Theater. No, this I believe will be called the Savage Seas, or most likely it'll be called the Tiki Bar at the Fonda. That's what it's gonna be called. So I'm very excited to see everybody that can make it out to actually see what I look like behind a regular bar. For those of you that don't know how tall I am 7 feet tall. It's tough to tell here, but I am 7'1", 7'2" when I'm wearing good shoes. It's tough to tell from here, perspectives and all that stuff. But if you guys want to see me live, I will be at the Fonda Theater coming up here soon. But for this next week, we will be here on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. We'll be back here on Saturday. We'll be back here tomorrow, Saturday, and we'll be back here Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then we'll have to come up with a whole new slogan because I don't know what days we're gonna be able to do. This bar is never going away. I just want to be very clear with anybody that is afraid that Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, just because I found a shiny new toy out in Hollywood, this is going away. This is never going away. I am never, let me be very honest. Let me meet you at this camera. I am never, ever going to stop doing this bar. I love this bar. This is my very, very favorite thing of all time. This is never going to stop. There will be some adjustments, but we will make them as painless as possible for all involved to continue to come to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I would not have found this other bar without Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I would not have found this amazing community without Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I would not be the bartender that I am today without Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, and I'm very proud of it. So it's not going anywhere. We're sticking here. We just may have to change a day or two, maybe 2 days. Tiki Tuesday, it's not going anywhere. There's nothing I can do on Tuesdays. Tiki Tuesday is going to be here. It's just a matter of whether we go back to Wednesdays or something. We're going to figure it out. Don't worry about it. I'm at this point just rambling. The Forever 25 is immortal. I don't know what that is, but I like it. That's what I got for you guys. Thank you so much. And welcome. Let me be the first or third person to welcome you to the Summer of Acid here on Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. Dr. Cush on acid. We're going to be making all kinds of acidic drinks, all kinds of acidic solutions. It's going to get very sciencey here in the next few months. So put your science hats on. What would you call that? Like what is that thing that the doctor wears? The big bright light that I don't know what that's for. Put one of those on. Join me here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks, where we are going to continue our big old trip down acid lane. That's excellent. Big old trip down acid lane, and we will culminate. Is that the word? We're going to end this whole thing. The finish line for this is going to be at Tiki Oasis, San Diego, 2026. And join me there for my seminar, Tiki on Acid. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I am Dr. Cush. And of course, how could I ever leave you guys out in the woods without something like this? Just rocking your little socks off. Thank you guys. I appreciate everybody joining me here at Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. We're going to figure out what the schedule is coming forward, but we are never, ever going to die. The same way that disco never died, disco's still very much alive. It's not a great, that's not a great thing to say. The same way that underground hip-hop beatboxing has never truly died. The same way that Tiki has never died. This show will continue on in the realm of Tiki. I appreciate you guys showing up here Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. We will be back here on Saturday and next Tuesday, next Thursday, and next Saturday. And after that, the world is our little oyster. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys. Yes, exactly, Keith. Thank you. The same way that Yacht Rock never died. Anybody else want to throw some of those in there? The same way that Yacht Rock is equally as popular as it is today, as it was in the early 90s, late 70s, early 90s. Exactly the same popularity. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm Dr. Cush, and until next time, what do we always say? Bye.
I was going to say, it's, kind of like, the Dr. Cush's show will never go away. The same way we all still say Skype. Remember how we were always like, hey, you want to meet me on a video platform? Say Skype. Skype me. Skype me. That'll never happen. Especially if there's a global pandemic. Skype will always be around. That's the way I think about it. That's how this show will always be around. The same way that 100 grand bars will always be available when you're checking out at different places. So that's the way that Jose Cuervo will always be the #1 tequila brand of all time. It's a lot like that. It's a lot like that. So don't worry, Dr. Cush's Exotic Drink is going to stick around just like Skype and 100 grand bars. And of course, Jose Cuervo being the top of the tequila thing. So hopefully that didn't bum anybody out. Anyway, that's what we got. Thank you so much for showing up to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. As always, I am Smokin' Joe, and what do I always say here at Play? It's very much, as Amy Beer says, it's very much like Tab Soda. We'll never ever, you'll always be able to find those beautiful pink cans everywhere. They're everywhere. You can't go into a grocery store without tripping over a whole thing of Tab Soda, slipping around in Tab Soda. So very much like that. Anyway, I'm Smokin' Joe. Thank you for tuning in to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. And what do we always say? We're always like, hey, Jinga. Hey, Mr. Jinga Jenga. Oh, yes, very, very much like Schlitz beer. Schlitz beer, never going anywhere. Body on tap shampoo. It's exactly like that. Dr. Cush's is eternal, very much like body on tap shampoo. So that's what we got. What do we say? Jinga Jenga. Put that down, Jinga Jenga. We don't have time for your buffoonery. Put it down, Jenga. And until then, what else do we say? We say bye. Goodbye, everybody. Until next time, goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. What is body on tap shampoo? I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it's eternal, I assume. Okay, goodbye, everyone.